Hi, and welcome to another Monday Moment in Matthew. This week we're looking at Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. Two simple verses and a very short episode for us this week, but there's a lot of information for us that's very important to our walk as Christians. So I hope you'll follow along with me as we read. Matthew 7, 13 through 14. Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few. So this week again is pretty short, but there's a good bit of information for us. Really what we're talking about in these two verses, what Jesus is saying, is that there are two ways to eternity. There is the one that is broad, that many find, and it leads to destruction. And then there is the one that is narrow, that few find, that leads to eternal life. Now, we can kind of see this in our society today. The world wants everyone to go along with it. You have all these people going one way, and they want everyone to conform to it and to be in line with it and keep going down this one way. The path that is less traveled is the path worth taking, friends. We could go the way of the world where everybody's there. We have all of our friends, everybody we want to see. We can do whatever we want to do. Everything's fine and good. And it's great along the way. You've got tons of people alongside you. Everything looks good. It's continuing to go well. But once you get to the end of that road, it's not a good result that awaits you there. Or we could go the path that's harder to travel, the road less traveled by. And we may not have as many friends on that path. We may not know as many people. It may be pretty scarce at times, but what awaits at the end of it is far greater. And so it's kind of, where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the path where everything along the path is easy? You can just keep going the way you're going. Everybody you know's there. Or would you rather go the harder route but have a great reward at the end? And so it's, where is your value? Is what's temporarily, what is eternally non-sufficient, what is earthly, more valuable to you than what awaits in eternity? Because that's the comparison here. You have the here and now, and you have the here and after. Where is your priority? And one thing that's always boggled my mind is how much churches today want to conform to the world, want to be more like the world. Why do we want our Christianity, why do we want our religion to conform to the way that many find? When Jesus has warned us that the way that many find, the easy way, the way of just going along with everything, at the end of it's destruction. Why do we as Christians appeal to the idea of making sure that everybody is okay, that it's the easy way, that nothing's wrong, that everything's good? Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, it feels good, but that's only for that short time. Once we get at the end, it's not good anymore. It's not going to be great for us. We're going to have destruction at that end. So why do we as churches want to conform to the way of many? We should rather be holding to and pressing on to the narrow way, the way in which few find, the way in which eternal life is found at the end. Is it as easy? No. Is it as comfortable? No. Is it as rewarding? Better. It has a reward that lasts beyond this life. And so that's just something I want us to consider in this short episode today. I hope you'll come back and join us again next week. We've got 2 more weeks in Matthew chapter 7, and then we'll have the Sermon on the Mount wrapped up, and we'll be moving on into the rest of the gospel. Thank you for joining us week by week. I hope these are good for you. They're great for me. They do so much good for me. And thank you for joining us and watching along. We hope to see you again next week. Have a blessed week.